up, intuitive healers? Let's talk about Aquarius. Does Aquarius want to be popular? When you're an Aquarius sun, moon, or rising or dominant, so that would be 10th house or Mars, you're going to deal with this a lot. When you're an Aquarian, your ideas are edgy. They're too far out of the norm for people to be comfortable with them. You don't think they're edgy, but other people experience them as edgy because it's not something they've ever heard. Just like Leo, Aquarius has a huge ego. For Leo, it's in the accolade, in the validation. For Aquarius, it's in the ownership. Aquarius doesn't want to be seen. They want to be experienced. There's a difference. I'll give you Michael Jordan as an example. Michael Jordan is by far, hands down, the best basketball player in the world. When was the last time you saw Jordan? Meanwhile, Jordan, after he left playing basketball, he made a deal with Nike, which was monumental, never done before, 1984. And that deal that he made with Nike now has turned into something much more global, much more lucrative. And I'm using business as an example because that's a tangible way to talk about impact. Aquarius, being ruled by Saturn, is very big on structure. So they don't want popularity. They want to create a system that answers a problem, that gives a solution to a problem, that provides a new beginning to life on Earth. Aquarius wants to elevate the human experience through ideas. They want to be valued for their contribution. As an astrologer, when I'm working with clients, a lot of times the things that I share with them, they seem outlandish. And oftentimes, most of it doesn't make sense because all the things that I share are things that make sense in the future. It's never immediate. It's later that the things that I shared make sense. When you're an Aquarius, everything that you do doesn't make sense in the moment. In fact, in the moment, everybody will hate everything that you say and that you do. But years later, they will realize that you were right. But then they will think that you forgot that you were right. And then they will try to school you about the thing that you were right about before. So it's not that Aquarius wants to be right because we know we're right. It's that we want to be acknowledged for being helpful in having provided the information. It's not about being right. It's about contributing to the elevation of intelligence on Earth. That's really what it's about. You know, Michael Jordan defied human intelligence by teaching us that a man can literally fly halfway through the court to make a basket. No one has ever been able to do it like that since then. And he took that idea and put it into a product that years later, from 1994 to now, is still prospering. The idea is what we care about. We want you to believe that you can fly. And just because nobody else was able to fly before doesn't mean you can't fly. You have to believe that you can fly. Since I'm on my Aquarius tip, let me share something else with you that I know somebody's going to try to sell to me later as if I didn't say it first. Religion, science, the same thing, okay? Everything is on the continuum. The past, the future, the same thing. Everything is on the continuum. Are you noticing what's happening in the world right now? The past is becoming the future. People are being lynched in the middle of universities. What time zone does that remind you of? Mind you, we're in 2025. Continuum. AI, not new age, ancient intelligence. It's literally a catalog of all the intelligence that's already out there. Not progressive, but rather the past. There will be new ideas in the future that will be more progressive, but AI is collecting what's already happened. It's not new, it is rather old. The reason why Aquarius is so effective at what they do is because they're both old and new. It's a different energy from Capricorn, who's just old. Aquarius is old and futuristic, and you can't fly if you're not rooted. So to be an Aquarian is to be rooted in tradition and also to be rebellious. It's about rebellion that is grounded in structure. Both Aquarius and Leo want the impact, but the difference is for Aquarius, the impact is in the idea, and the idea is designed to reform the world. The idea is designed to elevate consciousness. The idea is designed to make us smarter, brighter, better. It's not necessarily about changing the entire world as it is about changing yourself so you can thrive in the world. Aquarius is not interested in the look at me, look at me, look at me, as they are interested in the look at you, look at you, look at you, look at who you could be, look at what you can do, look at where you can go, look at who you can become, look at what you can achieve. It's about pushing yourself to become a better version of who you thought you could be. The Aquarian agenda is about that, and they do that by showcasing to you that just because 100 people think this way doesn't mean you need to think this way. Just because 1 million people think this way doesn't mean you need to think this way, because the truth is relative and ideas are never 100% fully formed. Every scientific project that you'll ever work on, if you've ever had the opportunity to work on a science project, one of the best things that ever happened to me is when I was in college and graduate school, I got to work on social science projects. And what I've learned at a young age is that every scientific experiment has a disclaimer. And the disclaimer basically tells you restrictions around that project. This needs to be replicated before we can make sure that it's really doing what we think it's doing. The population that we selected for this project needs to be expended so we can make sure it works for everybody. There are lots of little things, even in the way the data is computed, that tells you like standard deviation in terms of like the percentage of the numbers being off. You need to be aware of the fact that no truth is 100% a locked system. Every truth has a disclaimer, and the age of Aquarius is about opening up your mind to the idea that altruism can also coexist with hypocrisy, with superficiality, with corruption. It is impossible to have a truth that is 100% clean without any other aspects of it that aren't, and that is the point. It's not about the fame for Aquarius as it is for Leo. It's about the impact that comes from recognizing that we are the leaders in our lives, and if we can discipline our mindset and our behavior to match what we desire, then the outcome is inevitable. Are you an Aquarius Sun, Moon, or Rising? I know I went off the rails here, but I want to know what you guys think about this, or 10th house of Mars. I want you guys to tell me what you think about what I just described. Link in bio to donate to the Trevor Project. A lucky donor is going to win a 1-hour reading with me. You can also schedule your reading, check out your daily horoscopes, and listen to my voice on the Aquarius podcast if you want to learn more about astrology. Until next time, remember, there's no progress without discomfort.
You can book your astrology reading at intuitivehealing.com. You can also watch videos at Intuitive Healing here on YouTube for Astrology 101 content. Listen to the Aquarius podcast on Spotify as well as here on YouTube for your horoscope. If you're interested in astrology and love connections, you can visit at Styled Under Libra. And of course, for health and wellness and holistic healing, visit at Styled Under Virgo for all of your astrology content. Thanks so much for watching.